Good morning, eatahfood family. It's so nice to see you guys after such a long time. My name is Khristy, and today we're at Mr. Terrence's farm, and we're going to show you guys what he produces, how you can get it, and some other interesting things. So stay tuned for the episode. Okay, so Mr. Haywood, how are you this morning?
Well, mighty God grace. I'm alive.
Had you up early.
I'm alive.
That's good.
And a farmer do have to get up early.
You know, when I told him we were coming, he told me 5 a.m. to catch his sunrise. He said farmers are up early. He don't know I say evening farmer. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm named Terrence Haywood. I've been farming here for about 35 to 40 years.
Whoa.
Yeah. Come from Laventille. End up in Caura.
Nice place to be.
And today here, yeah, it's a beauty.
Yeah.
It's a beauty. So here am I. Yeah, I planted my crops here. Well, I do Pawpaw. I do a different variety of vegetables and fruit crops, you know.
Okay. But Pawpaw is your main crop?
Pawpaw is my main crop.
Because I know I always get fresh Pawpaw by him.
Right, Pawpaw and pumpkin.
Pawpaw and pumpkin.
Because I have a Jamaican style pumpkin. Really beautiful.
Okay.
Right? So do that. I do other things like melon and watermelon and cabbage and so on. But Pawpaw is my main crop.
Nice. What variety of Pawpaw do you grow?
Tanyuk number 2.
Any specific reason why?
Because the Pawpaw don't get big for the market. Because the housewives and them, like when they're going to work, they want a small Pawpaw they could cut and carry to work.
Right.
Some people want it when they get a Pawpaw, they could cut it one time. You have a big Pawpaw like the red lady, you have to cut a little piece and put it in the fridge and put it right, and you know your substance of it coming out of it.
Yeah. That's true. I feel like some people, once you cut a Pawpaw, eat and the whole thing one time.
So the red lady know other Pawpaw was big, they didn't go on to that too big because you remember that is 8 and 10 pounds.
Yeah.
Right?
That's a huge Pawpaw.
These Tanyuk number 2 now is 2.5, 2 pounds. When the tree get older and growing up, you'll get 1 or 4 pounds, but you know, right now there is good time for it.
Okay, how long from planting does it take to...
9.5 months.
Oh, 9.5 months. So you have to wait a little while.
You have to wait because if you go with a lady and you get her pregnant, you have to wait to see that child born. And this is like that. So that a person who going into it just mustn't say, well, I'm getting something one time. You got to have patience.
Agriculture is patience.
Patience, yeah. So if you don't want to do that, go and do something else.
True. So tell me a little bit of history about yourself. What made you come to beautiful Caura?
Well, in the late 1970, when it had this black power thing, I really from Laventille, East Driver, right? We was wanted to do a project up by where I was living, and the other people come to me and say, well, look, let's go down now because it's right by you. So we end up in the Ministry of Works, and we went and see the parliamentary representative for the area, who was Wilton Hines, deceased Wilton Hines. And he asked us what we come for. Well, we say we come for a project work. He said, so why you all want project work? What other things you all want? He said, what about trade? What about other things? He said, because this dude, that time was dude, he said, this dude is only used to keep you all there. So what you all do to keep forward as a people? And one of the person in the group tell me, Terrence, you want land. And he said land. He said, yes, that's what I want to hear. Because he was doing it too. He was planting, because he helped other people get ready. So he was planting, so he said, all right, well, that is what I want to hear. And he really called up the Minister of Agriculture. And the Minister of Agriculture at that time was Lionel Robinson.
Okay, history here, guys.
Right, Lionel Robinson. And when we went to the minister at the time, well, he said, if you want land. Well, let me tell you, the people and them who was in that, it about 10 groups. And each group had about 60 people.
Oh, wow.
Right? So he decided, well, yes, he put these fellas on land, get this land, I think. So he called up in all the officers to a certain thing, and he said, look, I want to see these young men and them on land. That is it. In 3-4 them. He said, I want to see them in 3 months' time, and in 3 weeks' time, maybe a month time, we would come to see the land.
Oh, that was efficient.
Yeah, it was really efficient at the time. But because the officers was person like Mr. Mark Vaughan and them fellas, there is Morgan Job.
Yeah.
And them fellas in them time, Morgan Job was CTO, Chief Technical Officer.
Right.
Right. So we had all these fellas and them thing, and we end up on the land. And that is in 1975. Right?
That's before me.
Like early 1975, right? And here I am from, say, August 75 to now. I'm here.
Lovely.
Right? Go through all the trials and tribulation. You come in. The place was jungle.
Jungle like up on the hills, you were saying.
Mountain.
Yeah.
Jungle like up there. And here where it is now, it's a paradise.
Yeah, really nice.
Right?
And I'm sure there wasn't so many houses.
No. When I come in here, at that time, I alone inside here. I was living in my little house right here.
Yeah.
And I alone, because everybody, you see, what happened to our people too, is that all they wanted is the fast money. So they really wanted, most of them wanted the project work.
Yeah.
So they could have get the project work and thing. Well, who want to be foreman, who want to be thing. If the ladies want to come in, the ladies have to go to them.
Yeah.
So what happening, in them times. So they want to be in that. They didn't see the long term. They didn't see the long term in this thing, right?
Yeah.
And it ended up inside here that I alone in this valley. Yeah? And today, well, I see it open now. We didn't have water, we didn't have no lights, we didn't have nothing. Today, it has that. By working hard and going through, we see water, lights.
I know you're a big advocate for agriculture, so I know you at the forefront in pushing a lot of things and trying to get agriculture going. So that's good.
Yeah, because I end up as president of National Food Crop Farmers Association, right? That is where I start, well, going and seeking about land, end up with, I see some people demonstrating, and I end up there, and I end up on National Food Crop Farmers Association. I just going in, and today I end up as president of National Food Crop Farmers. I give it up just recently now, because I end up as president of the Tinapuna Market Vendors Association.
Right.
I the first president of the Caura Village Council. Right? And I've been moving on.
You're super busy then.
Yes, I've been moving up. Today, that in Caura right now, that to see that things happen. We get water, we run water. Digital help us to get tanks for things. That is about the only thing in this tuber song we're missing. Is that we don't have the amount of running water to do our crops.
Okay.
And we will like the powers that be, whoever it may be, to do something about that for us, so that if you want to be a full-fledged farmer, you still have those amenities to do it.
Water is necessary.
Because they can't only do it rain-fed all the time, because it didn't make no sense. Right?
So, can you give me a little advice on how you take the crop from babies to harvesting?
Well, sometimes I set my own seed, sometimes I buy nursery.
Do you find it's cheaper to set your own seeds or to buy the nurseries?
It's cheaper. It's cheaper. It's just that you have to know that you have to nurture it and bring it. But some people, the timing is important for them, so they just go and pay for it and they give it. But it's cheaper anyway, because a pack of seed might be $250, $300, and some peat moss. But when you buy, you get $170 or $180 for $128, or $250 for $170, at some $170. So so it gets cheaper for you, especially if you're going in plenty.
Okay.
Right?
And once you plant it, do you put like manure and stuff in the hole?
Yes. What I do is that I dig a hole, I put manure, I put 12, 12, 24. I put white lime and then plant it.
Right.
So because sometimes I take a thing and dig the hole so that I put it down here. So when it, because remember the roots just come up.
Yeah.
Pawpaw roots just come up. So what has happened when it has too much load and it come up and the rain falling too much, it just fall.
It fall over.
So you have to know what you're doing.
Yeah, you want it deep enough so the crop stayed anchored.
Right. But sometimes like in the dry weather now, you really can't plant it too low, too deep because
Water.
Water. Yeah. Right. So you know it's a science.
It's a science.
Right? So you have to be thinking and you have to always be thinking and you always have to be learning something. So every time you plant a crop, you have to learn something.
Indeed.
Right? So that is how it is. And you come up, well, you come from there and you start, well, right now you're getting bunchy top. You just get bunchy top. Right?
And once you have bunchy top, you have to discard that tree.
You have to discard it.
There's no treatment.
It have no treatment. Right? Well, we have something like Morali, you spray it in the root, in the hole, and everything to see if you could hold on to that bunchy top.
Yeah.
Right? And that's how it is. Every week you have to insecticide, fungicide, you know. If you notice the head of this, it starts to eat away. The leaves on them and start to turn white and green, right? And the leaves on them start to get smaller, right? So when now, what you have to do now here now is cut down this tree. So you lost it.
That's a shame, because the tree has, yeah.
You lost, so you have to cut it down, right? Yeah. Although you have all these nice big fruits here, you know, because what will happen now, if you leave it too long, it spread. Because what it's saying is either a mite or a worm or something that
it will spread the virus.
Spread the virus.
Okay.
Right?
So bunchy top is a virus, and what it does is that it stunts the growth at the top of the pawpaw plant. So you'll see the leaves being produced begin to compress.
Yeah.
So the spacing is shorter. And then you see the leaves start to lose some of their chlorophyll and you get whitening. And this, it spreads easily. So once you pick it up on your farm, you want to make sure and get rid of that tree.
This is how your tree, your top of your pawpaw tree is supposed to be. So instead of that, so anytime your tree is so, you know your tree is healthy.
So once your tree reach adulthood and is healthy, you start to harvest.
You start to harvest. When you see it start to stripe.
Oh, so that's a trick.
That is to know. You can't, if you pick it, it will be still thing. When you see it start to get stripe, then you start to harvest.
So these like yellow?
Yeah, yellow, you see it stripe, that is where you start to harvest.
Okay, and then you pick it at this stage?
You pick it at this stage and you put it down, you wrap it up.
How long you think once you wrap it before?
You wrap it up 3-4 days.
Okay.
To get turned. Yeah. And then...
And you sell your fresh fruit?
I sell my fresh fruit.
Okay, and where? Tell us where.
Tunapuna Market and elsewhere.
Okay. So it's easy to find them at Tunapuna Market, guys?
Yeah. And if you come on Frederick Street and Tunapuna, you will see me.
Okay.
I call my road Frederick Street.
It's actually the lady in the market, guys.
The lady in the market.
So once you start to pick, how long the average life of the tree is to continue picking?
The average life of the tree, if you really get your and you treat it right, because you know you have to treat the tree like if you're treating yourself. Right? And if you treat it in the right way, that you could get 2 years.
Oh, so this tree could last for 2 years?
2 years.
Wow.
For 2 years.
So from that 9.5 months or so to 2 years, you could harvest?
You could have it.
Oh.
You could harvest, because you'll be always getting on top, as long as you're getting water, sunlight, and air.
And once you're keeping your tree
healthy. You're keeping your tree healthy. You know?
So that's a productive child then, the 9 months or so?
Yes, it gives you a benefit.
Nice.
With some children don't give you no benefit.
Look at this beautiful pawpaw. Check it out. But you could probably come up with some good recipes of this pawpaw ball. You have to do a pawpaw ball.
Yeah.
But pawpaw ball, spice pawpaw ball.
I'll try.
Yeah, but the pawpaw ball you have to do it in green ones.
So but a spice.
Yeah.
Chocolate pawpaw ball.
Yeah.
The green one you could make pawpaw ball, you could put it in tenderizer, you could do many things.
Preserves.
You could make preserves, you could make, plenty people like up to yesterday, he carried on some for making comfort tea and all of that.
What's comfort tea?
Comfort tea, that's a soft thing that they'll eat.
I didn't know what that is.
I hear my mother talking about that.
I need to learn what this comfort tea is.
Yeah, it'll be mellow. It'll be soft and nice. So
Like a toffee kind of?
Like a toffee, not even like a toffee, but it'll be spongy.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
I definitely need to learn how to make that then.
Is it thing with it too? Anchar.
Anchar. Yeah, anchar with it, plenty with it.
Yeah.
The papain in this is one of the things what they're making all medicine and thing with. The papain, the behind thing, they're making medicine with it, plenty medicine with it. They take it. If you take a ripe pawpaw, right? And when you're done, you take it and you the skin and you rub your face, telling you.
Yeah, that's what I do when I get like ripe pawpaw.
So you take off all you take off your face.
Pawpaw is high in vitamin C, so it's really good. It's good for brightening your skin.
And all that.
I mean, when you rub it on your skin, you know, you get that cell turnover. Right. So don't throw away your peels. Use it as skincare.
This pawpaw is a wonder tree.
Yeah.
It have all use.
But are we? Recipes, boy, recipes.
For sure.
Morning.
Morning.
You got anything? Yeah. Yeah, good. All right.
So apart from pawpaw, you also do some other small crops?
Well, I do in the crop because I'm selling in the market, turn up in a market. You know, you got to have a variety of certain things because, you know, when somebody come to buy, like you
they could pick up something else. I always picking up something else.
So we have a little pimento here.
So this is the pimento?
This is the pimento.
Pimento looking nice.
Yeah.
You don't have problem with mites? You spray?
Yes. You have to think for mice. Mice is, you know, mice is a thing for pepper.
Mites love pepper.
Yeah, right? And I have a little piece of Caura lead here.
The Caura lead.
The Caura lead.
Oh, and this one flowering already. This one bearing already, man. Yeah. Nice.
We're supposed to be getting crop insurance. I'm advocating for that long. Crop insurance. Just recently, syndicates give the farmers and them crop insurance. We in Trinidad,
we don't have any
we don't
crop
have
insurance.
that. We do it already. I was sitting down on a board with that. We have everything in place with it. It's just to put it. Why I say crop insurance instead of flood damage is that because flood damage is only people on the flat and thing will say flood damage. But if you have crop insurance, people on the hills and everything will come and join into that, right?
Yeah.
And when you have crop insurance, the farmers now could take their vehicle and insure it in that insurance.
Yeah.
We could try and get the farmers to insure in that insurance. So you make it in a way that because the other insurance you're paying money, but you're only paying money to drive on the road. But if you have a crop insurance for farmers and they put in the vehicles and everything, that money will go back into the farmers.
Right.
But you know, some people only talking about we can't do crop insurance, but they're not thinking what it could bring benefit to the farmer.
Yeah, to the
so if the farmer get the money what he putting in for the year and other part, that will come back to help him. And I think that's the way we have to go. As I said, if you take that and they bring out that and they let farmers put in the insurance, look how much 1,000 farmers we have. You know much what our insurance could be? Bigger and better and everything. So self-sufficiency.
Yep.
I'm thinking. This is how when you plant, it starts from this small, this young plant here until it gets nurtured to get age and before you get the fruits on them. So you have to start to mine it from here until you reach age to come forward with your fruits and things.
So even though in Caura Valley, which is famous for Caura River, water up here could be a problem. So Mr. Haywood, tell us about your irrigation system.
My irrigation system, well, a friend of mine told me about putting it in a hole and dig and, you know, so, you know, water harvesting is a real problem for us inside this part of because if you want to go through and we want to plant, we have to have water, right? So I end up dig in a hole. From there, I will pump it out from the tank and try to wet it.
You use sprinkler
Use
system.
sprinkler
system.
You know, because I use drip irrigation too.
Okay.
You know?
So if we look right over there,
You'll see
those
the
black holes,
Black holes.
the water will run through it and the pressure will allow it to, like fountains to come out.
Right.
And the crops will get watered.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool system. It's a pretty cool
So
system.
that's why we say that that is the thing we want. We want if we want to be a productive farm, if you want the young people to really give, like my son who is a young person, we have to make agriculture more sexier for them. Because we have to make it more sexier for the youth.
Yeah, it has to be attractive.
Because youth will like to go in it, but when you're there going through the kind of stamina we will go, the age people will go. So you have to put it in a thing for them to get to know it, bring it away, it have machinery, it have things we could get it, but yet still we're not going nowhere. And then in this kind of time, in this kind of pandemic time, you see what happening. The farmers who supply food for the people all this time. You know, but they know none of that bigging up us. Yes, the people in the hospital have their way, but we supplying the food. We had to supply the same people who working in the hospital. They had to come and get food from us. So it's time that we come first. It's time that we reach the ladder.
Farmers should be first and everybody else second.
Because it's we doing the work. We having people to keep their health and strength. And that way we like to see, so the powers that be do something for us. They're asking, they're pleading and asking, do something for us.
Mr. Haywood, thank you for having us on your farm today. We had an amazing time, to say the least.
Right.
I mean, now we understand a little bit more about the pawpaw, the pimento, and all the things that go into farming. I mean, it's not an easy time now, especially with COVID, but farmers like you keep providing us with food, and we're so grateful for that.
All right. Well, I just say thanks for you all coming up this morning too. Although I was up early waiting for you all, so that was nice. And I want to say that anybody who see this film and who think will get inspired to go and do some kind of agriculture, because if you don't have the money, you won't eat coming up here, you know. So I would like that. I would like to the younger people to get into it and see if you can help these smaller children to come up. Because if you don't have it, you can't go and study, you can't go and do nothing. So I just say thank you all again, and God bless it.
So I hope you guys enjoyed meeting Mr. Haywood today. I hope you guys learned something about growing papaya and pimentos and just what it takes to be a farmer in general. Make sure and subscribe to eatahfood for more content like this, so you guys get to meet more amazing farmers and see exactly where your food comes from.